there exists an ancient Chinese prophecy that begins. From a distant land in the east, from across the sea, he shall appear. He does not know of the strength hidden within him, the strength that would destroy him, the strength that would fulfill his wishes. But prophecies are about the future. First, we must begin with the past. This is a story about tragedy, friendship, coming of age, revenge, but ultimately destiny. And it starts one winter's morning in Japan. If this video helps you, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you already are subscribed, take a look at my Patreon page, which helps power more videos like this one. This is Shenmue, the story so far. Yokosuka, Japan, 1986. A quiet community. Children play, the elderly gossip, business owners ply their trade. It has its problems, its murky undercurrents, but despite that, a great place to grow up. That's what Ryo Hazuki did. He has grown up. A son to his father, but without a mother he lost when he was 3. His father made sure he grew up well, with love, security, but with discipline and a code. His father runs a dojo, mentoring others like his son. One of them, Fukusan, lives with them, as does their much-loved housekeeper, Ina-san. Now, Ryo was becoming a man, 18. What is next for him? That may have been what he was asking himself as he climbed the hill to his home one winter's morning.
Ine-san. Ine-san.
Hazuki-sensei.
My father?
Stay back, Ryo.
Why you?
No, don't hand over the mirror. Wait, the mirror. It's buried under the cherry tree. Do you remember Zhao Sunming? That's the name of the man you killed in Moon Swan. It can't be. You! Get up. I'll allow you to die like a warrior.
As Ryo cradles his dying father, the scarred man, flanked by henchmen, leaves with the dragon mirror.
Keep friends close to you.
Father! No!
With his family gone, friends is all he has. And he'll need them to help him get what he now needs most. Revenge. But against who? All Ryo knows is his name. Lan Di.
I can't believe my father killed someone.
All Ryo has known has been stripped from him, and only mystery remains. It's hard to continue day-to-day life after a loss like this. Fukusan trains. Ina-san retrieves a letter from the mailbox. Ryo wakes for a new day with new intent. To find out who killed his father and why. With not much to go on, Ryo heads out into the surrounding community to ask around. He leads his inquiries with that black car.
I saw a guy wearing this weird coat, like something Chinese.
If Ryo is going to track down Lan Di, he's going to have to run down every lead. And with his notebook in hand, he gets to work.
I'm looking for a Chinese man who calls himself Lan Di.
He is most likely a member of a Chinese black market cartel.
The mafia are known to use the harbour for smuggling, but who would know about the harbour?
Do you know of a place where sailors hang out?
Before dying, Ryo's father left Ryo a note, as if he knew his end was near.
Those who follow the path of a warrior must be ready to die, to stand by their convictions.
Ryo has no knowledge of the dangers that lay ahead of him, but he does know he has been training all his life. As Ryo approaches the bar where sailors hang out to continue his mission, he is ready.
I'm looking for sailors who work with Chinese ships. Back off.
You looking for some of this?
That's enough. Look for a guy named Charlie.
Charlie?
Charlie is known to work within the black market. He may know.
Just tell me.
I'll arrange for you to meet some of them, okay?
Patience is a skill Ryo has yet to learn. He's making progress, but he now has to wait until tomorrow afternoon before he can follow up his lead. What can he do until then? Well, he can chat to locals, continue his capsule collection, or hang out at the arcade. Before he can decide, he bumps into his school friend, Nozomi.
Hi, Ryo.
Nozomi, what are you doing here?
I'm worried about you.
I'll be fine. It's dangerous here. You should go home.
Ryo cares for Nozomi. They are friends, but could be more. She cannot be in harm's way. Ryo heads home. A few days after Ryo's father was murdered, Ina-san collected a letter.
I had a bad feeling about it, so I felt I should keep it hidden until today.
The letter to his father is in Chinese. He needs it translated. As he sets off towards Dobuita, Charlie sets an ambush.
Remember the tattoo parlor? Payback time. Don't think you can get away with this.
With info on the cartel still elusive, Ryo focuses on the letter, which eventually leads him to the china shop. The proprietor deciphers the letter's contents.
Beware of those who pursue the mirror. If you ever need help, seek the aid of Master Chen.
The letter is signed Yuanda Zhu. There is also a phone number.
Warehouse number 8.
Warehouse number 8? Got it. It's in Amihama.
Ryo's quest is taking him ever further from home, this time to the harbour. The harbour is a hustling, bustling hive of trade, but also a hive of criminal activity. Ryo must be on his guard. Without an appointment, Ryo sneaks into the compound and enters warehouse number 8.
Who's there?
Master Chen?
Master Chen runs an antique import-export business here at the harbour with his son, Zhang. Ryo gives them the letter.
This Zhu Yonda, how does he know my father?
Zhu and your father brought back a certain mirror from China.
The one that man stole?
It was stolen?
Yes. The man who killed my father, Landi.
An organization called Qi You Men, its leader goes by that name. Was only one mirror stolen? If so, then there's one more. I believe the Phoenix mirror.
That mirror? My house?
Perhaps. Find it, and then we'll talk.
If the second mirror exists in the Hazuki residence, where could it be? Behind the banners, in the dojo, are 2 slots. In searching, Ryo uncovered a sword and also tracked down a handguard with the Hazuki crest on it. These open a secret passage leading to a basement, and well hidden in that basement.
It's the Phoenix mirror.
Why does Landi need these mirrors, and why is it so important that his father get them back? Ryo now has the mirror, but those that look to claim the mirror for Landi are closing in.
Landi-sama, the Phoenix mirror?
Ryo takes the mirror to Chen. Stone mirrors were produced in ancient China with guardians engraved upon them, made out of phantom river stone in a Chinese region of Guilin.
When the dragon and the phoenix meet, the gates of heaven and earth will open, and Qi Yu will resurrect itself on earth. It's a legendary Chinese monster that will devour this world of ours. It appears Landi will try to make use of both mirrors. But you mustn't allow him to get that mirror. Be careful and stay alert.
He will need to be careful. The harbour is not safe, controlled largely by criminal factions. Many of the businesses and workers live in fear of the Mad Angels, a gang who extort them and also use the shipping routes for their criminal activities. Before Ryo leaves warehouse number 8, one of those dangers, Chai, shows up. Chai works for Landi's cartel, the Qi You Men. He had been tracking Ryo, and this was his moment to retrieve the mirror for his master. Chai has 2 desires: to retrieve the mirror and find out the whereabouts of Yuanda Zhu, the author of the letter to the Hazuki home, a man Landi despises.
2 mirrors! Landi-sama will be pleased!
They quickly foil him.
Is it the work of the Mad Angels? We always have trouble with that gang. The Chiyo men and Mad Angels are linked.
Perhaps they are the ones who guided Landi here.
So, if I find the Mad Angels, I'll find Landi.
Maybe he has already gone to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong? I must avenge my father's murder.
You should not waste your life on revenge.
Those he calls friends and those he has just met counsel Ryo to forget his need for revenge. but the convictions that his father instilled and his love for that same man make this impossible. He needs to find Lan Di. He is either here, in Japan, and the Mad Angels will know where, or he has returned to Hong Kong and Rio then needs to go there. Either way, the harbour will provide the answer. A place for information and a place for work to earn the money for that ticket to Hong Kong.
Do you know a place around here where I can get a job?
With the help of his friends, he finds one, shifting crates from A to B. Rio's plan is simple. Work hard each day to get the cash for the ticket to Hong Kong, and during his lunch hour and the evenings he would get to work trying to track down Lan Di through the Mad Angels. A dual-pronged attack. One of them needed to work. Rio did not need to look long for trouble. Trouble soon found it.
Where are the Mad Angels?
Those guys are at the back of warehouse number 17.
Rio now knows where they operate, but they are still proving hard to find. In his investigations, Rio discovers the Mad Angels are working with Lan Di and the Xiuying men on a black market deal called the Longsun Zhao. If he can find when and where this deal goes down, he can maybe corner Lan Di.
When's the Longsun Zhao?
I don't know. Only the boss of the Mad Angels knows.
Who is the boss?
It's Terry.
Before Rio sets out to search for Terry, the leader of the Mad Angels, he quizzes Master Chen about the Longsun Zhao.
Lan Di has nothing to do with the Longsun Zhao.
Only the lowest Qiyo men members are involved.
The Longsun Zhao is not the moment that Rio will have his revenge. Master Chen is planning to stop the Longsun Zhao, as this criminal activity will affect his legitimate trade with China. Chen requests Rio stand down. While he does this, Rio agrees for now. That night, Rio is restless. Another route to Lan Di is closed to him. A walk may clear his head.
Terry's waiting. Here, meet us behind warehouse number 17.
No, Rio, it's a trap.
Nozomi.
I'll give you 4 hours.
Rio borrows a motorcycle and races to the harbour. The relationship between Rio and Nozomi was a one blossoming, only held back by bashfulness and the apprehension of youth, but they cared for each other dearly. Nozomi had exhibited this fact often since the death of Rio's father, but Rio, preoccupied, had not had time to take this in or focus on her. But now, kidnapped and in danger, his only focus is to get Nozomi back safe. At Warehouse 17, the Angels are out in force.
Where's Nozomi?
What's your hurry? Have some fun with us.
Rio defends himself.
Enough.
So you're Terry.
Terry hands over Nozomi, but on one condition.
My deal is, you gotta beat up Chen's son. Make it so he can't walk. As long as Chen's around, we won't be able to gain total control of the Hong Kong route.
Rio agrees to cripple Zhang, but with a condition of his own. For Terry to take him to Lan Di. But for now, he takes Nozomi home. The next day, true to his word, Rio waits for Zhang. His desire for revenge has seemingly reached a point that he would hurt those that look out for his well-being.
Zhang, I want to fight you.
Zhang is ready for him, and they fight, in the view of the Mad Angels.
Zhang, pretend to lose.
Say what?
Terry will take me to Lan Di.
You trust a punk like Terry?
Zhang is a man matched to Rio both in fighting skills and principles. The fight continues, fueled by those principles. They collapse, exhausted.
It's my lucky day. I'll get rid of both of you at one time.
Let's settle our dispute later.
You're on.
The 70-man battle begins. Rio won't get the meeting with Lan Di he craved, but he will, with Zhang, get a chance to take down the Mad Angels and put pay to the Longsun Zhao.
Hazuki, stand back. This one is mine.
With the Angels down and the safety of Chen's trade route assured, the harbour is a safer place to be once more. But Lan Di is no longer on Japanese shores. He has left for Hong Kong, and so must Rio. With a packed bag and the blessing of his loved ones, he leaves the Hazuki residence and walks through the streets he has known all his life, onward to tread new ground. He meets Master Chen at the harbour to say goodbye. It's with Chen's gratitude that Rio has the funds necessary to make the trip. But Chai means to stop him.
You're not going to Hong Kong because the great Chai will defeat you.
But great as Chai is, he cannot stop Rio.
At the moment, I don't know where Yuanda is. Instead, I will introduce you to someone I know can be trusted.
That someone is Lishao, and with this name and an address, he leaves for Hong Kong. Rio's quest since his father died has been aided by familiar lands and even more familiar faces. As he steps off the boat in Hong Kong, Rio is truly alone. All he has is a name and an address.
Wanzai, Yan 10 Apartments.
Can Lishao show the way to the author of the letter to his father, Yuanda Zhu? It's not long before a friendly face shows up.
Get out of my way!
What the?
Watch where you're going, you punk!
That goes for you too, barging into people like that.
However brash, Joy will be an important help to Rio in Hong Kong. She starts with a warning.
You better watch out! There are lots of thieves here!
Although far bigger, Hong Kong is not dissimilar to his hometown in that gangs are ever present.
Wong, now!
As Rio searches for Wan Chai, he gets his first taste of them.
The Phoenix mirror's inside that bag. That's him!
Wong, the youngest member of the Heavens Gang, is persuaded to return the bag with the Phoenix mirror intact, but the little money Rio had is now gone. His new friend Joy sets him up with a place to stay and a way to earn some money.
Be ready by 8.
He starts in the morning. Again, a harbour that needs crates moving.
I'm Delin. Good to see you.
This time, we don't have a forklift.
Right.
It's slow going, but at least he can survive. And when he clocks off, the real work begins. Rio finds his way to Lishao address, but he is no longer there. Where now?
It's someplace in a wise man's quarter called Manmo something.
Manmo something. Could it be Manmo Temple?
Why seek the master?
I was told to seek help in order to find Yuanda Zhu. Yuanda Zhu knows why my father was killed by Land D.
Do you wish to take revenge?
Taking revenge is no different from murder.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the master here.
The true identity of Lishao is not who he expects.
She is Lishao.
Lishao is also known as Xiuying Hong. At 26, Xiuying became one of the youngest masters to a martial arts school. And in Rio, she sees an impatience and recklessness that worry her. She will not help Rio in his quest until he can prove his intentions are true, just, and worthy of a martial artist.
Admit your lack of experience. Only then will the true training begin.
While Rio learns and proves himself, he stays with Xiuying and earns his keep by helping out at the temple library. Xiuying's reticence to help Rio comes from a place of experience. Xiuying was an orphan that grew up with her brother Zuming, orphaned due to the murder of their parents. However much she remonstrated, she could not stop her brother leaving to seek revenge. She never saw him again. She sees that same determination in Rio. While Xiuying isn't helping, Rio decides to ask around. Yuanda Zhu is well known here. He once had a thriving business called the 5 Stars Corporation. He also distilled his martial arts knowledge into a book called Wulin Shu. And that book exists in a locked bookcase inside Manmo Temple. Rio's diligent training earns the right to view that book.
Xiuying Zhao, the master of Tiger Swallow Style. Xiuying Zhao.
The man Rio's father seemingly murdered. Out of the book falls a piece of paper containing a set of symbols. He quizzes the friends he's made so far. The symbols represent the position of cups put on a table in a public place. The Shawan sign, a communication system between martial artists.
Place them and wait at places where people gather. If a friend of Yuanda Zhu sees it, he'll give you a sign.
Rio waits.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Why are you looking for Zhu?
Here he is!
Rio needs this lead and gives chase, tracking them down. Who are these people? With the man rescued, they return to the diner.
My name is Zhang. I work closely with Zhu.
Where is Zhu?
At the moment, I don't know where he is. He has hidden himself from the Chiu Min.
Landy has employed the Yellowhead Gang, headed up by the colossal Dongyu and his right-hand woman, Yuan, to track down Yuanda Zhu and hand him over to Lan Di. Ryo needs to find him first.
There is one thing you can do, but it is very dangerous.
Zhang suggests seeing the leader of the Heavens Gang, Ren, who may know more. The Heavens Gang are at
Beverly Hills Wharf.
Ren proved difficult to track down. It took money,
Bring $500!
persuasion, violence,
Where's Yuanda Zhu?
and finally chasing.
Wait!
After catching a glimpse of the dragon mirror, Ren's interest peaks. He smells money.
I'll tell you where Zhu is. He's in Kowloon.
Now with Ren along for the ride, they head north to Ren's hideout in Kowloon. Can they get Yuanda Zhu before the Yellowhead Gang? After a few dead ends and run-ins with Dongyui's gang, they realise they may be fighting a losing battle. It's clear that the Yellowhead Gang know more than they do about the whereabouts of Yuanda Zhu. They decide to tail one of the gang, Yuan, back to her apartment to search for information. What they find is Zhang tied up behind the screen. After sidestepping Dongyu, they return to Ren's hideout with the injured Zhang. He has uncovered the whereabouts of Yuanda Zhu.
Ghost Hall Building. Take this.
With this key, Ryo and Ren head for the Ghost Hall building. They search and find other keys that reveal a hidden room. Within it is Yuanda Zhu. But Dongyu is not far behind.
Finally, I found you, old man.
They escape, barely, but the Yellowheads now have Yuanda Zhu and will soon be handing him over to Lan Di. For now, they are keeping him under guard in the seemingly impenetrable Yellowhead building.
We must hurry. Zhu's life is in danger.
Ryo learns of a way he might get into the building. That is by impressing the Yellowhead fighter scout.
He finds talented practitioners of martial arts to send to the Xiuying. If he picks you, you may be able to get inside the Yellowhead.
Ryo catches the scout's eye and is given the task of beating 3 of the top fighters in Kowloon. With all the skills he has learnt, he defeats them one by one. And with this, he earns an audience with the Qiyu men in the basement of the 1,000 White building.
Let's go.
From there, underground tunnels will take them right to the Yellowhead building. Yuanda Zhu is on the roof waiting to be airlifted away by the Qiyu men. A building packed with guards. Blocked pathways. Death-defying walkways. Brutal cage fights. And the psychotic Yuan. Ryo finally reaches the roof just in time.
Lan Di.
The man he has been searching for is within his sights but still out of reach. They stop Lan Di's capture of Yuanda Zhu to the outrage of Dongyu. With both the Yellowhead Gang and Lan Di foiled, they return to Heaven's hideout with Yuanda Zhu.
Why did Lan Di kill my father?
Lan Di believed that Sunming Zhao was killed by your father.
That can't be true. Father would never kill.
Lan Di's real name is Longsun Zhao, the son of Sunming. After Sunming's death, Ryo's father brought the mirrors to Japan.
When this phoenix mirror is paired with the dragon mirror, the two form a key.
A key to the whereabouts of treasure hidden away at the time of the Qing dynasty.
You should see this.
These lights, when combined with the dragon mirror, show the whereabouts of the treasure. But what now? The only lead they have is the origin of the mirrors.
Go to Bailu village in Guilin. The mirrors are made of phantom river stone found only in that village. You might find more information there.
Bailu village cannot be reached by road. Ryo says goodbye to his friends. He takes a boat ride as close as he can, and from there it will be a hike that may take days. The weather turns, and as he reaches the river, someone is in need of help.
I said let go, you'll drown!
They wash up unharmed. The girl's name?
I'm Shenhua.
Shenhua will guide Ryo to Bailu village. Ryo doesn't know why, but she is familiar to him, and over the course of their 2-day journey, as they traverse the beautiful, impossible mountain terrain, that connection grows, and they learn more about each other. Shenhua has lived in the village all her life. She never knew her parents, and don't know how they died. Her now father took her in and taught her the ways of the mountains and the forest, and spoke of legends and tales of prophecy. As they near Bailu village, they reach Shenhua's house. She talks of the Shenmue tree and how she's named after their blossoms. Her father is away at the stone pit, so she cooks for Ryo. After Ryo takes a look at Shenhua's father's collection. In it are some blueprints.
What's wrong?
It's the same.
My father told me this has been in our family since long, long ago, but he wouldn't tell me anything else about it.
The next day, they head for the stone pit to quiz her father.
I sense something isn't right.
As they enter, her father is nowhere to be seen. They explore. Further than Shenhua's ever been before, they only find a letter.
Shenhua, go with the one who holds the phoenix and find the proof.
What is the proof?
I don't know.
And her father also left a family heirloom, the Sword of 7 Stars. Within this cavern in the mountains, where the village has mined the Phantom Riverstone for generations, exists 2 altars. One of them houses the Sword of 7 Stars, the other the Phoenix Mirror. When both placed, reveal what Shenhua's father had been working on all these years.
Phoenix and dragon.
The same as the mirrors.
At that moment, Shenhua's existence takes a new meaning and aligns with a prophecy told by her village to her since she can remember.
From a distant land in the east, from across the sea, he shall appear. He does not know of the strength hidden within him, the strength that would destroy him, the strength that would fulfill his wishes. When he is ready, he shall seek me out, and we shall brave together the rocky path. I shall wait. This encounter has been my destiny since ancient times. A dragon shall emerge from the earth, and dark clouds shall obscure the heavens. A phoenix shall descend from above. Its wings will create a purple wind. In the midst of the pitch-black night, a morning star shall glisten, alone.
They did not know their destiny before this, but now, bound together by purpose, it's as if they have always known. Press like if you did. If you are not subscribed, make sure you are, and take a look at the Patreon link above to see how you can power more films like this. I'm the Patient Wolf, and this has been Shenmue, the story so far. I have an unlikely dream that one day I shall be able to make this content on a full-time basis as my job, and it's a dream you might be able to help me with. If you enjoy what I do and want to see more of it and contribute to the channel's longevity, then please head over to my Patreon page for details on how you can do just that. Thanks for watching.